Um, Today I figured out it would be a good day to talk about bullying. Today at school, we did some work on things we think schools should improve on, and all that stuff. And bullying was mentioned by me. Basically, I think that some schools don't look at bullying the right way. I think some schools kind of forget bullying sort of exists, and I don't know. I think at least once a year there should be a day where children from whatever age to whatever age get a day where they learn a bit about bullying, and because I think it's good to learn a bit about it at a young age. Obviously, learning about it might not help, and I know it definitely won't erase the problem. But I think I don't know. That I think children aren't really aware from a young age, and I think that children should be aware of what's going on. And I think some schools also don't really do much about bullying, even when they know bullying is going on in their school, if you get me. I think some schools don't approach it in the right way. Obviously, it won't apply to every school. It's a bit obvious that I only know about my school and a couple in the area when it comes to this. And I personally know that, in my opinion, I don't like the way they deal with bullying. I don't think they take it seriously enough. Because sometimes I know teachers can be like, oh, they're kids, but maybe they don't put themselves in the victim's shoes to see that whether they're kids or not, whether it's just a phase where the kids are, just calling each other names or, you know, verbally abusing other students or whatever. I think that's not just a phase, and I think that if it's not dealt, no matter what age, like year sevens or maybe year sixes, if it's not dealt from then they might not realize that it's wrong. Um, you know, I don't know really what to say about this. Apart from that, I think teachers and higher authorities, head teachers and assistant heads of schools should definitely try look more into the problem, because a lot of kids don't tell teachers because then they don't feel like they're going to do much. And I think teachers should make those kids feel comfortable with going to talk to them and not just feel like they're dobbing someone in, but feel like maybe by telling a higher authority or an adult that maybe something will be done. Because let's face it, there's kids out there who are put through hell every day and are probably scared to death just to step foot into their school, because they're scared that maybe if it's verbal that one day it will get worse, or maybe if it's physical that one day that will get worse. Because verbal isn't just about nasty words, it's about the victim's emotional health as well. I know from my experience that bullying can mess you over so bad. Um, it can make you feel like you're a waste of space. It can make you feel like you're a waste of space. It can make you feel like you don't feel wanted in that place wherever you get bullied at, whether it's work, because obviously bullying doesn't just go on with children, it goes on with adults as well. Um, it doesn't matter whether it's a verbal bullying or whatever. It happens in the workplace as well. And I think our world doesn't look at it the way it should. I think our world is too caught up worrying about the simplest things other than worrying about things that are so serious. Um, I think bullying, I don't know, I don't think it just affects the person being bullied. I think it affects the bullies themselves because one day they might be bullying one kid, but maybe a couple of years later they're bullying so many different people, and it can get worse and worse for them as well. And I think if bullying is dealt with from a young age, even if it's just a 10-year-old, like bullying another 10-year-old, I think both 10-year-olds need to see that. I think bullies need to see that bullying is terribly wrong. You wouldn't want someone to do that to you. I don't see why you'd do that to someone, but there's people out there that do. There's adults out there that do, children that do, and I think it's an issue that definitely, I don't care if it's America, England, Portugal, Spain, Italy, I think the world needs to look at it in such a more serious way because bullying can affect everyone. It doesn't just affect the maybe so-called nerd, or it doesn't just affect that kid with no friends. It can affect anyone. That thing that saying sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Going by that saying, it's a lie. Words can hurt you so much. You can get hurt so much more emotionally and psychologically other than physically. You know, whacking your little toe on a table on the corner of a furniture doesn't I personally, for me, it doesn't over sort of, the pain doesn't go over the pain of hearing the same words every day and feeling unwanted in a place where you should be safe, such as school. You're at school to learn, and in order to be able to learn in a healthy way, it's always nice to, feel safe in the place you're learning in. It's always good to know that when you walk out of a lesson and walk into another, you're not going to get verbal abuse from half the class. It's good. I feel like it makes you feel more comfortable if you know that, you know, you're going to walk out of a classroom. You're going to go home at the end of the day, and you're not going to get hit by other kids. And this affects all ages, not just teenagers. It can start from such an early age. And children may think it's okay and cool at the time, but I think schools should educate them and not to do so, and definitely show them it's wrong, no matter what the age, because children are clever. I find that children aren't as dumb as some people think they are, no matter what age they are. If they are brought up knowing that spiders are scary, they will probably believe that spiders are scary for a very long time. So I think that if they grow up knowing that bullying is wrong, later on in life they will still remember that bullying is wrong. And it's down to everyone to try and make a change. But that's my opinion. And I know there are a lot of people out there that may disagree and others that may agree. But I'm not saying this to try and, put a word out there. I'm trying to say this to maybe try to get to people to see that, something needs to change, and one person can't make that change. But maybe one person and another person and another person And a group of people may be able to make that change. Because if you don't try, no one else is going to try for you.